Oh, here we are. Good evening, my loves. Do take a seat at the great table, and that glass of port, why, it is for you. Fancy a mince pie? Of course you do. I have one in my pocket. Just blow the fluff off the devil, and it will be just fine. Whilst you warm yourself by the fire, I'll get my floppy dick out. I mean my floppy disk. This fine old disc, which harks back to the early 1990s and formerly contained shoddily digitized images of titties and the like, now has a new function. For I have saved a number of fine tunes, supplied to me by some of my finest wizards. Yes, indeed, it is time to venerate the degenerate. Computer games, so often lamented by our parents, but ultimately the most valuable form of tuition any of us ever received. I, for one, honed my joystick skills on the humble Commodore 64 and have never looked back. So, without further fucking around, let me play my one and only offering to thee this evening, a rather splendid piece of music produced by Tim and Lee Wright for the game Shadow of the Beast Free on the Amiga. One's up, my loves. One's all the way up. Yes. Fucking bastard. Try to put an advert on then. Can you believe it? But there we are. There was my one and only offering. Now I've just seen here that poor Ast Brewer there he might have cracked a rib at work, so need to go to the doctor, but we'll listen to the whole thing later tonight. Sorry to hear that. How the hell did you do that? Now, Ast Brewer actually works as a brewer, so I don't know what he was getting up to there. Perhaps drinking his own wares and then bimbling around and cracking himself on one of the fermentation vats or something. Who knows? Yes, get an ad blocker. That might have been a good idea. Thank you, Sephiros. Always there with pertinent information. If only I had it before. My spells always fail. Always. Anyway, hello, my loves. We have... Sorry, my loves. A bit of phlegm. Hello there, Josh. We have Laradu Kronk, who is also known as Colin, my cousin, of course. We have Jake from Port Morton. We have Zephyros, dear Zephyros. We have Goat Frenzy, also known as Chris. We have the brewer, the damaged brewer. Oh dear. We have Shuffle Boil, Andrew. That's his real name. We have Guy. Hello there, Guy. We have Andrea here. Lovely. Hello, my loves. Yes, hello, my love. We have Tim. Joystick. Yes, yes. I liked playing with my joystick. Right, let's leave it there. Oh, we'll also have Matty. Oh, and my sister Adele. Lovely, lovely. Where's Brian? Caught me at work for this one, unfortunately. Ah, damn it. Sorry to hear that, Brittleby. I think perhaps it's time to say you've caught the flu and get the hell back home, and then you can really enjoy it. Oh, it's Ian. Yes, hello, Ian. Hello, wands and joysticks out. Yes, definitely. Splendid. Was it a Thrustmaster? Hello, Goatman. No, I had a Competition Pro at one point and a Zip Stick, but various other joysticks that never really cut the mustard. But anyway, wait a minute. Just put me old knocking on the thingamajog just for... Oh, hell. Here we are. Yes, well, I'm just coming on just to show you what I'm going to be drinking this evening. I'm going for Grim Reaper. This is a Cornish strong ale. Yes, hand brewed in Cornwall. How does one hand brew a beer? I suppose it's to let us know that no robot penises were involved in the transaction. Using my golden penis wand. Zephyros gave me this. Yes, Zephyros. How strong? Good question. Oh, there's Brian. Good. Yes. Right. It's 6%, so it's not strong. I've got another bottle over there just in case I run out. But anyway. Ooh, yes, lovely. I am a Cornishman after all. And whenever I have a bit of Cornish brew, it goes straight to my tits. But anyway, what shall we do? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? So I've had lots of suggestions. They're all bullets waiting in the metaphorical barrel of this great big wand we've got here. The order will be roughly the order that I encountered them. So I believe the first one is for Tim, I think. So this is Mega Man 02 Departure. It's only a couple of minutes long, so here we go. There we are, short and sweet, very sweet. I've never played any of the Mega Man games, but I always thought they resembled one of my favourite games of all time, which is Turrican on the Amiga. And so to answer Tim's question then, what game has the best soundtrack in your opinion? It has to be the original Turrican. Unfortunately, I won't be playing you any of that today, but it's absolutely wonderful. Really wonderful. Now, look at this Jake here. I love how you say before you even drank. Silly wizard, silly wizard. It was because I smelt it, and my olfactory senses are so fine-tuned that it was like having a drink. Yes, that was a banger. I really enjoyed that. Thank you very much, Tim. That's got the ball rolling very nicely indeed. Maybe the smells were so strong Jimmy could taste the drink before it hit Goatman nose. Yes, Goatman nose. Magic taste glands. Yes, Sephiros. A wizard doesn't need to drink it to know the taste. See, that's from a brewer. Yes, Jake. Yes, Jake is evil today. The not Metroid, Mega Man Zero games are hard as nails. I bet they are. I've watched some of the gameplay. Never played it myself. Was it on the? It was on Nintendo. Was it Nintendo? Konami? No, Capcom maybe. Oh, I don't know. One of those. But yes, I used to love the run and gun kind of games. But yes, the fucking wrist can't take it anymore, of course. But anyway, let's not. Oh yes, I was just gonna say actually. I stand rebuked. Yes, Jake. Yes. Be gone. Sorry, I've got a sizable amount of phlegm in me this evening. Game Boy Advance. Right, okay. I used to have one of those. Sold the devil. In fact, all of my consoles and things have been sold. Although I do have an Atari Lynx 2 in my mysterious cupboard over there, which I will eventually sell. I was going to tell you about my hips, my loves, and then we'll do the first round of the quiz. Wonderful quiz coming at you this evening. Surely the best game song is Level 1 of Savage. Yes, of course. We'll have to get Savage out a bit later because that is a wonderful, wonderful game, and a shambolic game, one should say. But yes, I've been given a course of exercises to do. I was telling some of the fellow wizards in the palace the other day about it. Well, yesterday, I think. I was very doubtful. The various maneuvers I have to perform on the floor. I mean, getting on the floor is one thing, but getting back up is entirely, it's very hard for me to get up off the floor, my loves. I seldom get on the floor these days. But yes, the exercises seemed rudimentary at best, just the occasional hip thrust, a tiny modicum of gyration. And I thought this isn't going to do anything, but my God, it's working. The pain is going. So the joints are sound. It's just slightly wobbly muscles. This could be due to the fact that I don't do any exercise whatsoever. But wizards don't exercise by and large. Wondercise. Yes, I'm bringing that out on DVD in the new year. Right, let's get the quiz rolling. Hurrah, good news, Jim. Thank you very much, Chris. Yes, because I had this new wizard dance I wanted to do, but I would have been fully crippled attempting it. So yes, that might come one day. Exercise now. Now that's some dark magic. I agree, Tim. Fuck that. Yes, I gave up exercise about 10 years ago. Yeah, when my bike was stolen by some fucking cretin. But anyway, let's get on to the quiz. Come on, let's do the quiz. So the quiz. Yes. All about building the muscles. Yeah, that was what I learned from Pilates. Small exercise that helped them neglected muscles. Yes. I'm learning about this now. It's really interesting. Makes the pain go away. It does. It's working. And preferable to necking drugs, which is what they normally do. Well, anyway, this is the first game, so we are going to be going from the past into the future. So we're going to start with some of the older games. Pilates, more like plates full of chips. Yes. That's Sephiroth. Yes, I go by the same kind of maxim, really. Ah, look at these devils. Devils. Yes. Right, we have 2 suggestions here for Zork. Yes, I had a feeling Ian would get it, but Tim also. I mean, he's a youngling and he's got it. That's wonderful. Right, it is indeed Zork. Yes, your greatest challenge lies ahead and downwards. I absolutely love this game. The Scottish exercise workout, yes. Indeed. So, yes, Zork was just a text adventure. We had this on the Commodore 64. It was a demo tape, but it didn't allow you to go underground, but it allowed you to explore the house and the forest and things like that around it. I absolutely loved it. It was such a brilliant idea. Yes, a youngling. Yes, and you're a youngling as well, aren't you, young lady? Yes, too many younglings. We all need to get old. Get old like me. Yes. Never played it, but I know it by reputation, right? Yeah, so it's the kind of logical or the ideal progression from the choose your own adventure, but then some. You know, it allows you to climb and look, and so one thing that blew my mind was there's a carpet in the first room, one of the first rooms you encounter, and you can lift the carpet up, and there's a trap door, my loves, and you have to find a key. It's so wonderful. But yes, they're more or less dead now, aren't they? Text adventures, unfortunately. Bolt the door. Pip is here. Yes, Pip's here. Lovely. Hello, Pip. Yes, I will. I've already got a spell of protection on the door, just in case. I was too young to see text adventures. Closest I saw was DOS booting sequences. Well, it's more or less the same thing. First game I played on a neighbour's Atari 400. Crikey. Yes, well, that's lovely. Yeah, for me, I guess it was the Commodore 64, my uncle's one. I think I balanced things out age-wise. Right, yes. Who's the oldest here? Who wants to own up? I mean, I look the oldest, but yes, I'm younger than I look, I suppose. Good evening, chaps and chapettes. Yes, lovely. Hello, Pip. True, I'll only be a true wizard once there's some grey in me whiskers. Grey in your whiskers, and ideally just one down in the pubonicles, my love. Yes. I've got about 3 down there now. Oh, hello there, Slovo. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the whole of that. Slovo, can I call you something else? I'm terrible at butchering people's names. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. A good, more recent text game is Slouching Towards Bedlam. Well, I'll be darned. I've never heard of that. Right, we've got some ages popping out here. That I'm going to have to look that up if I can remember. Thank you very much for suggesting that. So Pip is 56. Well, I'll be darned. You have a young soul. I've never seen you in the flesh, but I thought you were younger than that. There is still an annual text adventure competition with some good entries. Oh, wow. I wouldn't mind making one myself, actually. Interesting. Okay, okay, Chris, Goat Frenzy is 63. I'm amazed. I've seen your photograph. You look far younger than that. Interesting. Ian is also 56. We have Sephiroth, who is a spry 40-year-old. This will not do. But yes, I prefer people to be at least 40. Josh is 51. Yes, wonderful age, Josh. 40, okay. 40 going on 89 for Jake. Okay, I like him a bit more now that he's 40. I thought you were younger than that, you devil. Right, who else here? Okay, so our broken rib fellow, As Brewer, 36. So that's, oh, hello. No, you've been beaten, I'm afraid. Slovo works. Right. Thank you. I will. Yes, that's easier for me if that's all right. Yes, Andrea is 33. Right. Okay. So she is, I think she might have won this. Tim is 14. Oh, no. Just checked. I'm 41 days, 7 months and 8 days old. Okay. Nice age, Goat Man. Splendid age. In fact, my 40s have been my best decade, I think. 30s were also quite fun, but before that, fuck off. I prefer being older. I'm wearing the skin of a younger man. No. 56 is clearly the optimal age. Yes, I think it is. Yes. Right. Well, that's. I'm glad we've cleared that all up. But poor Goat Frenzy is 63. He's the oldest amongst us. However, he looks younger than me. Now, something is going wrong here. Something evil and devilish. Right. Shit, I mean years. How... Wait a minute. Goatman isn't 417 years. No. Do you rub the lotion on the skin? Yes, I think he might do. Else he'll get the hose again, of course. Where's Webster? Yes, that's right. Where's Webster? He must be ancient. No, that's evil. I don't know how old he is, actually. I wouldn't like to say. Yes, ageless. Yes, exactly, Zephyros. I find getting older quite comfortable, yes. I'm much more myself now than when I was younger. I care less now what other people think. Exactly. I'm exactly the same. I mean, I am a born worrier, but I don't worry about things that I used to worry about when I was a younger man. I think when you're younger, you obsess over yourselves a little too much. You think people really care about how you look or what you say. And in actuality, they don't really even look at you most of the time. And then when you reach the age of around 40, they don't look at you. In fact, they're less likely spit at you. But yes, getting old is okay. It's all right. Embrace it, younglings. If you're worrying about it, don't worry. It's quite all right. Yes, don't worry, my lads. Right, I tell you what, let's put another song on, and there will be another round of quiz, and then I'm getting my tits out. Yes. No, I'm not. Okay, so the next one, we got a nice juicy one here. This is almost 7 minutes long, and it's very intense. So this is Doom. This is from the Doom games, the Doom Eternal. So one of the more recent carnations of this by Mick Gordon. Is this right, or am I fucking around here? Anyway, let's try it. I think this is the bona fide one. It took me a while because some of these have different versions. Hopefully this is the one. I don't remember who suggested it, but do let me know who it is, and here we go. One's up! That was absolutely hellish in a good way. My goodness, that was lovely. Yeah, I only heard the beginning of that when it was first chosen, but that was quite a trip, wasn't it? Yes. So Chris, Liminal Spaces, Chris, my fellow wizard, is currently listening in his car. My loves, everyone, send him a very splendid wand. Thank you for letting me know, Andrea. Thank you very much. So what happened with Mick Gordon then? I don't know if we resolved that. Something about a porcupine. Oh, porcupine tree. What happened? Oh dear. Yes, I hope a tree didn't fall on him. Some weed whacker conversation going on. We've got Scott there. Yes, hello there, sir. He's popped in. Nice of you to join us, sir. And Billy as well. Yes, Copper Plays Retro is here, my lads. Yes, two fine gentlemen. Sephiros has the Doom Guy helmet. Well, I'll be darned. Now that's wonderful. I don't even know what that looks like, but I'm sure it's a fine helmet. It's just too much. They cram too many mechanics into one game. Yeah, so Tim was saying that he prefers the 2016 one to Doom Eternal. I've got a feeling that Sephiros picked a track from the 2016 one. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sephiros, but that's in the mix later. Only playing Doom 3, I think I liked it. I don't know if I've played any of them. Perhaps the original a bit. Doom Eternal runs at 1 frame a second on my rig. Sounds like my computer. Yes, mine won't look at any games like that. I can only play retro stuff, really. Doom 64, anyone? There was a Doom on the N64, apparently. I'm thinking it was shambolic. I wasn't a fan of the N64, but there we are. That's me. I'm a bit of a bastard. I agree. Doom 2016 was better. Doom 64 is amazing. So okay, so maybe it is good. I mean, I'm saying it's shit. I've never even seen it. I didn't even know it existed, but that's good to know. I got stuck at one point trying to make some jump and came to the conclusion I was no longer having fun. I've encountered that on many games. Many games. Yes, when it's not fun anymore, don't bother. Right, what have we got? Original Doom was better and will run on a calculator. Yes, that's been proven, hasn't it? One of those scientific calculators. I saw that. Yes, wonderful. It's amazing what they can make things do these days. Some of the modern Commodore 64 games are absolutely incredible. But there we are. That's another story. Oh, hello there, Maniac Cop Nightstick. Yes, one's out. I'm glad you've got yours out. Mine's out already. No, it's a remix of a song from the original Doom I picked. Right, okay. Yes, lovely. Right, that's coming. That's coming. My giant stupid hands were not a fan of the N64. No, it was a very strange controller, wasn't it? It looked like a sex toy, I thought, a little bit. Not that I try to put it anywhere, but you know what I mean. It was almost obscene to look at. You didn't like the N64 because you don't have the required free hands for the controller. Yes, that's what it looks like. Yes, it has free. It looks like a spaceship. Yeah, a sexy spaceship. Doom 64 is great. The N64 controller sucks, though. Okay, I think we all agree on that at least. Yeah, I agree, and I've never even used one. Never will. Right, okay, let's get the quiz up. So who's winning the quiz? I think only Ian and Tim answered the last one, which is, it's not good enough. Unfortunately, the next one's going to be a tricky one for the younglings. So here we go. Here's the next one. Ooh, I absolutely love this game. I loved this game as a child. So this would have come out in the 80s, the 1980s. A kind of successor to Manic Miner, perhaps, but Manic Miner on steroids and then some. Look at these devils. Right, so Shuffle went for the Manic Miner. Yes, it's not. It does resemble it. The house. No, Tim, no. That's a trick. So each screen has a different name in this game. This is the house, or part of it. Mario's second cousin. Well, if it's Mario's cousin, it's a very deranged and inbred cousin. But perhaps, I mean, it is perhaps. I don't know if they overlap, and I don't know. I would have thought this was before Mario, but I'm probably wrong. Looks like a Monty game, right? So we do have some correct answers here. Ian was first in with Monty Mole, but the absolute correct one is, of course, Monty on the Run. So well done, Pip. However, so Maniac Cops Nightstick also got it. So yeah, it is a Monty game. So I mean, this game was incredible. The music especially was absolutely fantastic. But it was also a little bit scary as well. The music was scary. And it had a very strange beginning of the game. You had to pick 3 items from a long list of random items that you might need on your adventure. I never worked out what the hell any of that was for. And we never got that far in it because it's a fucking hard game. But there we are. Music by Ron Hubbard. Right, so that's why it's so wonderful. Used to have that on the ZX Spectrum. Wonderful. That looks like, it does look like a Spectrum game, doesn't it? I think the blocked in colors, and even, you know, some sprites, they go across other colors and it causes a slight aberration which occurred on the Spectrum, but there we are. Nice tracksuit, yes. Possibly shell suit, yes, I think it probably is. Look at that little Gremlin graphics logo. Not seen that in years. Yes. In fact, I've got a giant book on Gremlin graphics past works. Actually, I'll have to get that out one day. Although strictly speaking, it isn't in keeping with my channel, but my channel's all over the fucking place, isn't it? Sponsored by Sling. Was it really? It probably. Look at that C-Link on the side. Yeah, that's when sponsorship was deranged. Did this have Arthur Scargill in it? I don't know. They released a Monty pack recently for the Nintendo Switch. Did they indeed? Wow. That was Wanted Monty Mole. Ah, right. That's the only Monty Mole game I've ever played. Monty on the Run. But there we are. I did actually watch someone playing this a few years ago, and we always thought it was hard anyway, but later on it's almost impossible. No idea how this person did it, but there we are. Gamers were built different back then. I wasn't one of them. I've always been a bit shit at games, but there we are. Anyway, let's get another song on. Monty Mole was also the name of the mole enemy from Mario. Well, I'll be darned. Well, that's very interesting. Wow. Definitely some cross-pollination going on, but who knows from what direction? Perhaps one of you know. I might tinker on Google in a minute and try and find out. Okay, so let's get the next one up. This, I believe, was for Goat Frenzy. So Chris, I think it is. So this is Solstice music. This is from the NES. It's the title screen theme. I've never heard this before, and I haven't played it either for myself. But anyway, let's have a little listen to this devil. 3 minutes, and here we go. Unbelievable. I didn't expect it to end quite so abruptly. Apologies, my loves. I was yes, dead air is a crime. Oh no. This isn't Sephiros' new single. No. But Sephiros is being inspired by it, I imagine. I was quite impressed by that from the NES of all places. Yeah, it had a bit of bass to it. Yeah, Goatman is a fan. But Jake's dog does not like it one little bit. I'm not surprised. There is a slight demonic edge to it. And looking at the game cartridge label, if you will, or the box art, it has a bare-chested wizard on the front cover. But he does look evil. Yes. Play Unicorn Child by Sephiros. Unicron Child by Sephiros. Okay, yes. Okay, is there some synergy here? I'll play a bit of it, just if it's pertinent to now. Sephiros Unicron. Yes, here we go. Let's have a listen to this. Yes, very. I agree. In fact, I thought you were going to say that it was the actual it's your version of it, Sephiros. Very similar. It also sounds like there's a dog in the background. This is what Willie Todgerson Jr. hears when he wakes up in the morning inside his skull. Yes. Oh, thank you, Shuffle. That was a spur of the moment, if that's what you mean, my attempt to shambolically fade that. I've not listened to it. Yes, Todgerson is a mysterious entity, and arcane things will be happening tomorrow by the sounds of it. Yes, what time is this happening, by the way? The Todgerson Nexus. Unfortunately, I am going to be at a family gathering. I could get all 18 of them to watch that instead of whatever else we're doing, though. midnight, the witching hour. Yes, excellent timing. Okay, yeah. Well, I'll try and pop on if I can. I can't miss Todgerson, live Todgerson. I mean, that just would not do at all. But yes, I'm excited by this. And the book as well. But yes, okay, right. Hold on to your bugger grips, everyone. We'll be discussing feminism. Well, that will be interesting. Yes, because you're there, aren't you, Andrea? So you can ask Todgerson some searching questions. We need to get to the bottom of certain things. I will delay my cocoa. Yes, right. Okay, Goat Frenzy's going to be there. Splendid. The book may be an issue for Todgerson. Has Todgerson not read it? Live Todgers for everyone. Oh, yes, please. He has trouble reading books. Yes, this could be the fly in the ointment of the Todgerson live stream, but who knows with Todgerson? He's a mysterious entity at the best of times. Right, anyway, right, let's pop out another quiz. Okay, so we are heading into the future, my lads. We might be tiptoeing into the 1990s now. So hold on to your wands. Oh, hello there. Now, if you're in the know, this is pretty damn easy. Yes, very easy indeed. But will any of you be able to get it? Any of you younglings? Spoilers, that won't be a problem. Yes. I tell you, I did a really terrible review today of Bane of the Black Sword. It was even worse than usual. But I just had to do it because I'll never do it otherwise. Oh, we've got some interesting suggestions here. Very interesting. Now, are any of them correct? So Shuffle says The Secret of Monkey Island. Then we've got Tim and Maniac Cops Nightstick and Goatman all saying Monkey Island. You are all incorrect. Oh, no, you're not. You're absolutely correct. Yes, this is The Secret of Monkey Island, often shortened to Monkey Island. Absolutely fantastic game. You did Black Sword. I can't wait. Yes, well, it's pretty bad because things have just got really busy this week and I had no time. Yes, looks amazing. I'll talk about Monkey Island in a moment. Yes, just so much going on, and this bloody physiotherapist and all that shit. And so today is the only day I could have made it. And I sat down. I had to go shopping first, had to clean my wand and all of that kind of stuff. And then by the time I was ready, it's like, oh my God, I haven't got time to plan it. Barely edit the devil. So I just put it on and started talking about it. I remembered more this time, so that's something at least. But yeah, Monkey Island is a fine game. So, I mean, so this would be, they used to call these point and click games. So this was after the text adventure games, you had text adventure games with graphical elements. And then the next thing was fully graphical environments where you could use your mouse to point and click the character to where it needs to be and interact with the environment. But Monkey Island for me was the first one that really nailed the concept, for me anyway. I know there were lots of others around this time, but it had a wonderful atmosphere about it, set on Melee Island. It's all about pirates. So yes, you would love this, Andrea. Then there's a few other games as well that came afterwards, but the original, for me, is the best. I have a big Monkey Island poster on my wall. Still didn't get it. No, Severos. Don't worry, we're heading into your realm shortly. And if you don't get the one that I'm thinking of correct, you will be banished forever into a dimension that I won't talk about. Chuck's Revenge. Ah, yes, LeChuck's Revenge was the better game. Was that the second one, was it? No, that always put me off, that one. The Secret of Monkey Island, I think, was 5 discs, 5 floppy discs. LeChuck's Revenge, I think, was about 12. That always put me off. I thought, there's no way I'm going to keep swapping discs over like that. And I didn't have a hard drive at the time, so that's the poster we have. Right, yes, okay. The recent third one was really excellent as well. Right. The only problem with the latest ones and They remade the original as well, isn't it? The style, the art style, I don't really like as much as the original pixelated versions. I had a hard disk on my Amiga. Yeah, that's the only way to play that. I do have it now, actually. I've got a virtual hard drive for my emulated Amiga, and I do have Monkey Island 2. I just haven't got into it yet because I don't think I can save it. I don't think saves work on the virtual hard drive. It's bonkers. I actually have a request. Oh, Bomb the Bass Mega Blast Remix used in the game Xenon 2 on the Amiga and others. Yes, I remember I had Xenon 2. And I believe that was the game that sold the early Mac, wasn't it? And they always had Xenon 2 on the adverts. I'm sure they did. But yes, I will add that. Thank you very much, Pip. A whopping 20 megabytes, I think. Right. Wow. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. It's a sizable game back in the day. And then you look at games these days. There's a bat and ball game that I play on my mobile phone. That's 130 megabytes, and this thing is just shambolic. But of course, all of that space is taken up with adverts, of course, which you've got to watch all the fucking time. But I'm deleting it now because I completed it. I think I have Mega Blast on vinyl somewhere. Shit, Ian's got the vinyl. He's got it on vinyl. Incredible. Could shift back and forth between the old graphics and the new. Oh, really? I like that feature for the Monkey Island remake. Well, I stand corrected. That's brilliant. That's a brilliant feature to have. I would play it in the original graphics, obviously. I think Beneath a Steel Sky had 15 discs. Simon the Sorcerer, one's up, had a fair few too. Yes, I remember. My sister had Simon the Sorcerer, Maria, but 15 is crazy. Me and Mark the Blade played a little bit of Beneath a Steel Sky on a live stream back along. It wasn't doing it for me, but I would have loved it back in the day. That was the game that came after Lure of the Temptress, if I remember rightly, and just before the Broken Sword game started coming out. Into the Dragon LP. No way. Well, I'll be darned. That's quite a rare thing there, Ian. I have Golden Axe on vinyl. My goodness. I had no idea any of these things had made it onto vinyl, but there we are. You live and you learn. Wonderful stuff. Yes, I could talk about graphical text point-and-click games all day long, my loves, but this won't buy the baby a new bonnet. So here we go. This is Sephiroth's choice now. So keeping in order of the ones you get the idea. This is this is a remix of a Doom track. It's called Doomed, remixed by some unpronounceable name. CR doesn't matter. Sign of Devil from Doom, episode 1, level 8. Yeah, you get the idea. Here we go.
That was lovely. I was expecting another slapping beast there, but that was quite a nice, calm and contemplative song for the old Doom franchise. Although, of course, this was a remix, but yeah, it was lovely. Thank you very much for that, Sephiros. So yes, Andrea's library is actually haunted by Robert Davies, but it's okay, we get along. See, I don't know who Robert Davies is, so I don't know if this is a joke or not, but I hope it is haunted. Now, this is something we could talk about another time, perhaps, but hauntings generally. Slavo's here. Music for a Venetian jungle safari. Yes, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? Yeah, quite. I love it when a piece of music like that, especially when it doesn't have words in it, it evokes visions of various things. This track is giving me an Enigma vibes. Yes. I agree, Adele. Yes, a similar beat. Didn't he write What's Bred in the Bone? Well, I'll be darned. Well, Chris seems to know this fellow. Yeah, so, yes, well, that's interesting. If that is the one haunting her library. Fucking hell, it's hotter than hell in here. I'm going redder than usual, and I'm trying to get up to this kind of shade of red. As you can see, I've done fuck all to this painting. It's because of my hip, but it's getting better, so hopefully I can get back on that. Anyway, let's get back into the quiz. This is very, very fun. Right, here we go. The next slide is coming up. So, after The Secret of Monkey Island, we have this number. So this is the last of the 16-bit games that I will be showing you this evening. Again, this is, it will be niche if you're a youngling. Niche, I should say, well, you just won't know it. No, you won't know this one, but you should know it. Let's put it that way. It's a fine game. So you play knights, and you have to. It's called. Well, no, I almost told you what it was called then, but it's all about kind of. Shuffle might know it. He might know it. You have to bring about prophecy, and you do it by cavorting about this great big map, fantasy map, various different environments. You fight various beasts and other knights and various creatures, and it's just a wonderful game. But there we are. Right? Oh dear, I think I vexed everyone. Yes, it's really good, Sephiros. It was before its time. Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. It's Hannibal Smith, which is my brother Mitch. Right, straight away, Moonstone just logged on and saw this screenshot. Yeah, so if you've played it, this will stick right in your cranium. It's a really wonderful game. It's quite bloody as well because you can lop off their heads and everything. So this was the box art, Moonstone, A Hard Day's Night. So the whole idea is to get this moonstone and take it to where that little creature's pointing in the middle of these standing stones, very reminiscent of Stonehenge perhaps, but you've got to do it at the right time of the day. It's really, really, so before its time, definitely before its time. Yes, wonderful stuff, Mitch. You win a golden wand. I'll give it to you tomorrow. Just Googled Robbie Davies is a Canadian author, historical fiction. His book called Rebel Angels has a demon with wings holding up a smiling mask, sticking its tongue out. Well, I'll be darned. Right, okay. That wasn't what I was thinking of, right? So it wasn't that one. Yeah, it's a fine bit of art there, and if you were lucky enough to get the original game, it came with a poster, and the poster is wonderful as well. But the in-game fantasy map is incredible. It's portioned into 4 quarters. Each quarter has a different kind of environment, so you have forest and swamp, mountains, that kind of thing, but it's kind of animated at the same time, so there's things moving around on this map. So for the time that it was released, it was really groundbreaking. Love a good fantasy map. Yes, of course, Tim. Yes. We all love fantasy maps, of course, those that read it. A book without a map in it, a fantasy novel without a map in it, is just missing a trick. It's Wolverine Dad. Hello there, sir. We've already played your song. I wrongly I thought it was Goat Frenzy that had suggested it, but it was you. But it was a fine song. Thank you very much. I think we all enjoyed that. Can't beat a cloth map. Ooh, yes, yes. So Mark the Blade is trying to get us all into traditional D&D, the ultimate in roleplay gaming. This may happen soon, my loves. I'm looking forward to that. Good sirs and ladies, play it again. No. I'm afraid it's been and gone. But if you go back a bit, you'll definitely catch it. But I did say after the fact, I went onto the Discord and looked it up, and it was you. So I did attach your name to it. But a wonderful suggestion. Thank you very much. Okay, so next, I don't know who suggested this one either, but someone wanted a bit of Echo the Dolphin, and they left it up to me to choose it. So here we go. This is Echo, the Tides of Time music. This is on the Sega Genesis. We called it the Sega Mega Drive over here. And this is Aqua Tubeway. Okay, lovely. Yes, a nice bit of echo there. So, yeah, I couldn't help myself. I just had to get a tit out. Trying to get more viewers in. Right, so yes, the Sega Mega Drive kind of passed us by in our family. We had the Amiga, which was of course vastly superior to the Mega Drive. No, it was on a par, but well, we always thought it was. We thought, well, the Amiga's better, of course, but the Mega Drive always outdid the Amiga in terms of parallax. It always had more parallax, and the sound was on a par, I would have thought, but there we are. But yeah, the Mega Drive was probably better. But anyway, let's not get into that now. Right, so yes, that was for you, Slovo. Yeah, I just picked a random one. Well, I went through the first few, and that one was the one that tickled my pickle. So there we are. Right, let's get the quiz back on. Let's get it on. Right, so, right, we are tiptoeing. We're into the 1990s, of course. We've been there for some time. What's this, my lads? We are on the PlayStation, the first PlayStation. Computer always been better than consoles. I agree, Shuffle. I agree. Hello. Never had an Amiga, but a friend did from the Spectrum. I moved to the Mega Drive. Years later. Right, yes, look at these devils. Right, we've got a mixed bag here. Okay, so right, Kirk was straight in there with Wipeout. Ian as well, Wipeout. Shuffle's come up with Speed Racer. I haven't heard of that one. And more Wipeout 2097 from Colin there. Now, that is the correct answer. But yes, Pippa, you also got it, Wipeout. It is a Wipeout game, but this is 2097. Shuffle just made it up. So this was really the second Wipeout game. And I liked both games personally, but the second one was more playable. The first game was unforgiving, but it had both of them had wonderful soundtracks, and there were many other iterations later on. Wipeout 3, Wipeout Pulse, lots of Wipeout Fusion. There's a VR one that my brother Kirk was telling me. Well, he's shown me before. It will make you sick doing it, but it puts you're in the cockpit of one of these devils, and you can look around. It's wonderful stuff, but it really makes you feel sick. Yes, that's it, Sephiros. Yes, they turned the E around, so it made it free. Actually, I sold that game about 2 years ago. It was quite a rare game, the PS1 version. Got quite a bit of money for that, if I remember rightly. I sold all of my stuff. Hard times, my lads, yes. I seem to remember playing Wipeout as an arcade game. Is that possible? I don't know about that. I doubt it, personally, but you might have played something very similar. But I could be wrong there. I think this was a Sony licensed game, but they may have incorporated it into an arcade machine. I was an F-Zero boy myself. Yeah, so they were kind of around at the same time, weren't they? I had F-Zero X on the Game Boy Advance, and it was very good, I must say. But yes, not quite as good as Wipeout. Yeah, there was enough. There was like a moving simulator version of in the arcades back in the day. Right. So there we are, Pip. You're right. You weren't hallucinating, and you weren't remembering an alternative universe where it existed. Excellent. Indeed, maybe it was F-Zero as an arcade game. No, it could have been Wipeout then. Sold all of mine too, but I sold them before they were worth anything. Oh no. Oh no, Chris's as well. Yeah, I think we've all gone down that path of just accumulating too much stuff. And I just thought to myself, well, I can emulate all of this anyway, so I don't need the actual hardware anymore. But I do kind of wish I'd held on to some of it. I sold a Game Boy Color version of Metroid 2, and I got 250 quid for that. 240 it was. I couldn't believe it. It just kept going up and up and up. But yes, there's some very rare games out there. Yeah, it's incredible. I had lots of other rare games as well. But it's mental that the games that eventually go on to become rare or sought after, you would never have imagined which ones they would be, but there we are. And it was in fairly good condition as well, because it was up in my parents' loft just cooking for about 20 years. It used to get very hot and cold in there, but it seemed to be fine. It still worked. I had some PS2 games that go for hundreds now. Yes, they PS1 and PS2 games are quite sought after, the rarer ones. I had some rare-ish PS2 games as well. Hundreds though. Wow, that's pretty good. Probably saw them for £2 down at CEX. Yes, sex. We have that a store over here in the UK. It's called CEX, but yeah, it's called Sex basically, and they've cornered the market on secondhand gaming apparel, consoles and games. It's fairly priced, I would say, but not for the rebuying. And if they buy from you, they give you fucking nothing. During COVID, the retro game market skyrocketed. Yes, that's exactly right. And so, funnily enough, I mean, I'd been dallying with this idea for a long time to make a retro gaming channel. And so when COVID happened, the lockdowns and all of that, I set up my own channel then. I thought, fucking hell, people are going to love this. It was shambolic. I mean, I don't know how many videos I've put on there, hundreds. And I'm around I've given up pretty much on it. 230 subscribers or something like that. But anyway, it was worth a try. And I love gaming, so I'll still add to it occasionally. But yeah, it's soul destroying doing something like that, because it does take a bit of effort to edit the devils together and all that. I've never sold any of my games. Could be sitting on a gold. Yes, Mitch, you have got a gold mine there. I bet you any money. Yeah, Mitch has got an incredible collection. You should just have a look on eBay, Mitch. See what stuff's going for. I tell you, the Game Boy stuff, Game Boy Color. That's where it's at. Some really expensive stuff. Game Boy Advance as well. I made quite a bit of money off those. Looking for an N64 for not too much money. Sold mine back in the day. That's a shame. Yeah, I don't know what those go for these days. Twitch is where the retro streamers are mostly. Well, that's probably my mistake then. No. Oh, well, it's too late now. I only put about 5 years of my life into it. My little brother collects retro games. His collection rivals my book collection. Right, he's probably sitting on a sizable gold mine as well, Jake. Yeah, that's it. So what I did was I sold all of my retro games and transitioned into buying old books. I personally think they look better on the shelf than retro games. That's my opinion, but there we are. And I just prefer the smell of books. Games do not smell at all. Well, they do, but it's not very nice. Secret Fire Books was almost a Let's Play channel. True story. Well, I'll be darned. So, I mean, that's the thing. I know I occasionally do some gaming on here on the live streams, but I'm trying to keep it separate to the actual, I don't know what you'd call my content, but book stuff. I guess that's the trouble. If you muddy the waters too much with what you do, if you make it too wide, you're pissing off your true followers, I suppose. But I guess retro gaming and reading science fiction fantasy are probably pretty good bedfellows, aren't they? I think most of us like both, truth be told. I sold Game Boy Color Metal Gear Solid game for quite a bit. Yes, there was a good Mark the Blade was telling me that, well, I knew about it anyway. It's called Metal Gear Acid, I think. That's it was kind of like a card game, but on the Game Boy Advance. That's the only console you can get that game on. But he used to rave about that game, and he still has wet dreams about it. So it must be quite a good one. So that's probably a rare devil. Maybe it was that one. I don't know. Books do look better on a shelf than games. Yes. Wizard content. Yes. Whereas, yeah, wizard content is the mortar that holds it all together, I suppose. And then anything in between is permissible, including mince pies. I have still got one more box to review. I don't know if I'll get around to it, but there we are. I still have an Xbox with a fair collection of games due to be sold in my effort to unload some of my unused old stuff. Okay. I don't know what the value of that would be like. Xbox, I'm not sure. Probably pretty good. Similar to the original PlayStation, the rarer games will go for quite a bit. The console itself, I don't know. The Venn diagram of sci-fi, fantasy, and retro games is probably a circle. Yeah, agreed. PSP game. That was a PSP game. Right. It was a weird card game from what I recall. Yes, it was a card game. That makes sense. But apparently it was very good. But my brother is very into card-based games or board games in general. Oh, hello there, Virgil. I always wanted to play Panzer Dragon's Saga. Never had a Saturn, though. My brother-in-law does have a copy. I should try to emulate. Yes, you should. I remember that game as well. Back in the day, there used to be a video games program on television back in the 90s. It was called Games Master. And it was hosted by Dominic Diamond, who was this Scottish comedian, journalist fellow. I really liked him on there, actually. But the Games Master himself was none other than Sir Patrick Moore, who was an astronomer and scientist, a TV scientist, I suppose you would call him, but very clever fellow. And he wrote a number of books on the moon. He did a lot of work with the moon. And I think he covered part of the moon landing, the original moon landing over here in the UK, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, he was the Games Master. He was getting on then. And they kind of had him with this it's like as though it was like a Geiger setup, or Giga, however you pronounce him. So he was half man, half machine, but he was the Games Master. And yes, that game was featured. I got round to it eventually. Panzer Dragoon Saga was on there, and I thought it looked pretty damn good. I think the Sega Saturn was unlucky, really. The PlayStation got all of the attention, but the Saturn was pretty damn good. Shenmue was on there, wasn't it? That was a fine game. I think they remastered Panzer Dragoon in the last few years. Right. I was talking about Patrick Moore in work recently, and the guy I was speaking to had never heard of him. Madness. No, it just means you're getting old, Sephiros, unfortunately. Patrick Moore was also a pretty good xylophone player. Yes, he was. Yes, I've seen footage of that. Yes, he really could twat those things pretty damn well. And I loved his monocle. I mean, he was probably one of the last great wearers of a monocle. Would be great, apart from Chris Eubank, of course. Would be great to have a remake of Games Master. Perhaps David Attenborough or Stephen Fry as the Games Master. Yes, that would be good, Kirk. Yes, I think Stephen Fry would be good for that. But we always wanted a decent, because we were absolutely feverish about gaming back then, and there wasn't enough on TV. Games Master, there was another one, there was a couple of others. Games World, that was quite a good one. That was a kind of pitting youngsters up against the professional gamers. Big Boy Barry being one of them. Was a big fat guy. Different times, my loves, different times. Was it? Okay. Shenmue was the Dreamcast, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm getting all my consoles mixed up. The Dreamcast, I mean, so the Saturn was popular, it didn't reach its potential, and then the Dreamcast really got rogered, unfortunately. I like the questions when they ask the games master for help with a game. Yes, I like that as well. Like Zelda or something like that. You have to walk around the fountain 7 times. Yes, that was great. But then back in the day, if we were stuck on a game, we were absolutely fucked. Although there were phone lines you could call, weren't there? And if you bought gaming magazines, they would often have maps and things and solutions to games in them. It was better times, may have better times. Games hosteling with Chris. Games hosteling with Chris Eubank. Yes, that's a Partridge title for a program. That. Got to close down the shop. Love you, Jim. Stay magical. Thank you, Tim. Sorry, I'm going off piste here. I'm talking too much about gaming. I'll put on a song now. But cheers for coming, Tim. As ever, a lovely chap. It's Christian. Yes, or Christus. Yes, lovely of you to come, matey. How are you doing, sir? Games Master, TV show in the mid-90s, never saw it as it wasn't televised over here, but seemingly it was similar to the Crystal Maze. Not really. I mean, it was just video games. There would be some challenges, and they would do... So the whole idea was that by the end of the episode, you would win a golden joystick. That was the trophy for being victorious in whatever challenge you were doing. So like... Street Fighter 2, that kind of thing. But there was a really famous it was a Christmas episode, I think. What was he called? Mark Perry or Matthew Perry. He was a gaming journalist, and Dominic Diamond set him up because he had this challenge to Mario. What was it? 3D Mario. The first 3D Mario game was out. And he had this challenge to do, and he fucked up, and he got really shitty about it. And at the time, we thought, this is set up, but it's true. It's actually true. That Perry chap, he actually talked about it. He's got a channel apparently. I think he's still got a YouTube channel, and he's talking about it. He's still miffed to this day. The Saturn and Dreamcast failed because of timing. Yes, it was bad timing. Yes, and unlucky that Sony had such success, really, because the PlayStation was originally going to be half Nintendo, wasn't it? I think there was going to be a collaboration between the two. My mate worked on one of those phone line helplines where I lived. Well, bloody hell, I never called one myself. So Jake remembers those. I saw some footage of them. Yeah, I would have loved that job. And so certain companies would set them up for their games. So especially like the graphical adventure ones, the point and click games, they would have dedicated helplines for it. Different times, my loves. The internet has fucked all that up. When I left school, I was asked to join a guy who fixed arcade machines for a living, but I went to college instead. Well, there we are. Look at that, Ian. A divergent path. Who knows where you would be now if you'd followed that other path? Probably homeless. No. Oh, that's interesting. Yes, because you so Ian in the Palace of Pleasure, he's shown us before. During COVID, I think it was, he cobbled together his own arcade cabinet, my loves. A wonderful contraption with many games. I don't know how he's done it, but yes, he used a fair bit of wizard know-how, I think. So he's still got the skills there. We used to like games well too. Yeah, Big Boy Barry. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I used to like that. But that was on Sky, wasn't it? I think we never used to get it at the beginning. Dominic Diamond still writes occasionally for The Guardian. Yes, I thought he was still active. I've come across some of his articles. Yeah, it must have been in The Guardian. Yeah. Interesting. Game Center CX is a cool show. It's pretty funny watching the dude complete old games. Okay, Game Center CX. Is that actually on broadcast television, is it? Anyone remember Bad Influence? Yes, yes. That sounds familiar. I don't think we liked Bad Influence. It's a Japanese show. Right, okay. I've never heard of that. Oh, hello there, Chris. Made it. Thanks for the jams while picking up the kid. You're welcome. Sorry, I haven't played anything for a while. I need to get into it. I'll get back into it now. How you doing, sir? Hope all is well. The internet sure as hell killed big box games and manuals with unique artwork. Yes, that's another thing that's died a death, isn't it? Oh, hello there, Sean O'Donnell. Sorry, I didn't see you pop up. I think that's the first time you've popped up. But yes, that's quite true. In the same way that the LP and the CD album, it's all died a death, hasn't it, unfortunately? Yes, Chris is here, my labs. David Williams did a whole load of skits on Games World, the Sky Show. No way. No, I had no idea. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, who's the chap that presented that? He was quite an interesting fellow. He was a comedian as well. I used to own a Bubble Bobble cabinet. Some guy was selling machines through ads in the newspaper and he delivered it to my student's flat. Again, in a previous lifetime. Wow. A student with an arcade cabinet. Wonderful. Bubble Bobble is a fair game, to be fair there. A fair game, to be fair. Yes, we used to love Bubble Bobble, but the Bubble 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 Bubble, but the music just goes straight into your brain and sends you bonkers. One day I will buy a replica Star Wars arcade machine. Yeah, so there's a retro arcade place in the city in Exeter, and we've been there a few times. Went there on mine and Vanessa's combined stag and hen do. Really wonderful. They had a Star Wars cabinet in there. But they've had to be pushed out of there now, and he's been looking for another premises, and he's found one, so he's going to be setting up shop again. So I tell you what, I'd love to do a video there one day. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but who knows, my labs. I'm finally off work as well. Brittleby is off work, everyone. Lovely, good. Yes, fuck that. Used to play that a lot, the cabinet you could sit in. Crikey. Yes, that's right. Yes, I know what you mean. Sorry, I missed that. Yes, it had a joystick, didn't it? It's like you were in an X-Wing. Was it Bob Mills? Yes, that's right, Bob Mills, Games World. Christ knows why that's still lodged in my head 30 years on. It's strange the things that stick there, Colin. Yes, Bob Mills. I finish up for 2 weeks on Monday. Right, yes, I finish tomorrow. Yes, Kirk's confirming that as well, Bob Mills. He was a Talk Sport presenter up until a year or so ago. No way. I quite liked him on Games World. He didn't know anything about gaming, though, did he? There are still a few Star Wars machines around, but the controller is very susceptible to drift. Okay, getting too nerdy even for this stream. Well, there is a malady that's affecting PlayStation 5 controllers can get a bit of drift in the joysticks, actually. But that's normally due to detritus that builds up within the mechanism. So Mark the Blade told me back along. Because his son's or his stepson's controller was experiencing drift. My brother thought it was because he was lobbing it across the room in anger, which he was doing, but it turned out it was just needed cleaning because there was too much spunk in it. No, just dirt, my lads. I'm off work until the new year. Right, Dwarven Dad's already off, living the high life. That's the spirit. Bob Mills looks like Fred Flintstone. Yes, that is a good shout. Yeah, very good indeed. Right, I knew him back in the heyday then, so back in the 90s. I haven't seen him since. The poor bugger's probably slightly older now, isn't he? Of course, we all age. Okay, so, right, this is a fairly short one, but this is for Guy. I don't know if he's still here, but this is from, this is the main theme to Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate. Here we go. Fantastic way to begin a game, isn't it, my loves? I never played it myself. This made me laugh. Yeah, Jake wants some music back. I'm not going to talk for very long on this one. I want to put another track on, but I fairly recently tried rewatching the original MacGyver TV show and found it completely unwatchable. There was I think I told about this before. I heard of there's a meme of MacGyver with his car is broken down. He's got a flat tire and he can't repair it, and it's quite ironic because he's MacGyver. And I saw an episode once where he was stuck in this sealed room, and there was this fucking vent where nuclear waste was going to be dropping on him, and somehow he escaped. I'm pretty sure chewing gum was involved. He was a clever fucker. Yes, this brings back memories to Goat Man. Holy crap, Baldur's Gate, this takes me back. Yes, my hotel's as clean as an elven arse. Innkeeper. Right, that's what the innkeeper says. Right, I never played it. Back a whole 2 years. It must have been playing it then. Music to take the bins out to and face the cold like a warrior. Yes. So the first one came out 20 years ago. So Shuffle, I don't know if he means he was playing it 2 years ago. I don't know. Missed my song. Oh, no. Stupid employment. When's round 2? I don't know. I've still got about 6 left. Had a bit of a resurgence. Right. Oh, hello there, Hubba. Sorry I'm so late in between meetings, so thought I'd sneak in some Uncle Jimmy time. Now that's dedication, Hubba. Thank you very much. Now go back into work and tell them to go fuck themselves. Tell them Uncle Jimmy told you. No, better not do that. But thank you for joining us. Bad influence. Totally forgot about that. I think the presenter was called Violet Berlin, wasn't she? Yes, she had short bleach blonde hair. I remember that. Again, yeah, we didn't really like that program, did we? I don't think we liked that. If and When, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Tragic Prince. Right, okay, I'll try and add that, Brittleby. There was something else I had to add. Xenon 2 song. Right, I'm going to put the next one on and try and find a couple more. Andy Crane, that's right. Yes, the famous gamer, Andy Crane. Yeah, they never really knew what they were doing, did they, really? Violet Berlin included. But anyway, is she an ultra gamer? Maybe she is. I don't think so. Anyway, this next one is from Dragon Age Inquisition, my loves. Music by Trevor Morris. Now, I think Trevor Morris has his own YouTube channel, and this is on it, I think. We may have problems. One's up. I don't know. Epic stuff. Very epic indeed. I've never even heard of this game. Krista says, I love Dragon Age 1 and 2, never got to play free because of a shite computer. Yeah, that's a problem I've always had with my computers. Now I don't have patience for gaming. Yes, I do for certain things, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's a shame. Do you remember there used to be a gaming segment on The Big Breakfast and Chris Evans would go into a young guy's bedroom? Back in the day, right? Yeah. I vaguely remember that. But if you look at clips from The Big Breakfast, it was unbelievable, the stuff that they were getting away with. I saw a clip back along. It was when so Chris Evans wasn't doing it anymore. Who took over from him? Fuck, can't remember. And he was on with that blonde-haired woman. What's her name? Van Elton, something like that. Johnny Vaughan and who's she called? Do let me know. Dead air is a crime. Anyway, Denise Van Elton. Yeah, that's right. Houghton. Denise. Yeah, Denise Van Houghton. That's right. So they were doing a segment. So they were calling they were calling George Michael on the phone. This is like at 7:30 in the morning. British television around mid-90s. They were talking to George about a song that he had out. And she said something like, she didn't come out and say, do you want to see my tits? But she just went right up to the camera and put her breasts in the camera. And I thought, my God, we have lost something in British television these days. But George Michael loved it, absolutely loved it. We all loved it. It was just, it's just innocent fun. Anyway, right. Reading some arcane shit here. Yeah, wasn't compelled to keep playing, right? Yes, Shuffle's saying, I just play with my joystick these days. Yes, I do the same, Christus. The hair physics were nice at least. Right, I didn't know about that. Yeah, I need to have a look at this game. Damn, now I want to play Dragon Age. Right, so it's one of Sephiros's wife's favourite games. Interesting. Your wife is a gamer, Sephiros. That's wonderful. My wife isn't at all. Johnny Vaughan and half the production team were apparently coked up the entire time. That would explain a lot, Kirk. Yeah, I mean he's just manic, isn't he? On when he was on there. Yeah, I saw Johnny Vaughan. I saw him interviewing. What's he called? Dave Gahan, the lead singer of Depeche Mode. They both looked fucked. It was quite a good interview there. Yeah, Shuffle isn't amused. We have lost something, thank God. Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of that shit had to stay where it was, but I still like the fast and loose style of that show. I mean, they just didn't give a damn. Yeah, she says she plays more than me now. She's hardcore too. She's platinumed all the Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Elven Ring games. She is a keeper, Sephiros, and then some. My goodness, those games are rock hard. No, I wouldn't touch those games. They're hellish, absolutely. David Gahan. Yeah, what did I say? Did I say Dave? I don't know. Yeah, I'm on familiar terms with him. Not really. Howdy, Uncle Jimmy. Hello, everyone. Hello there, Jeff. Jeff's here, everyone. Lovely. Jeff's over in Japan, so it's early in the morning there. Yes, how you doing, Jeff? Nice of you to drop in. I haven't done this for a little while. I'm talking far too much. I'm going to put another song on. No, actually, we've got a quiz coming up. I'll do another quiz. Evening, yes. Phrasing. Well, it's evening for me. Yeah, it's evening for me as well, Chris. Right, let's get the next one. I've got loads of these fuckers to get through yet. Okay, here's the next game. Sling me your suggestions. What do you think this devil is? relatively. I don't think many people know of this game. Look at this. Okay, so Sephiros got in first, then Ian, then Shuffle, then Kirk, and Goatman. Yes, MDK, murder, death, kill. This game was fantastic, and if I remember rightly, Kirk, you owned this, didn't you? You had it on the PlayStation 1. It was such a surreal game. Just sold my original copy. Yes, I remember you getting it from Trago Mills. Yes, it was a fair price as well. What did you get for it? So surreal. I mean, the character is this giant spiky helmet head, and which he can detach and use as a gun. It was quite surreal. And the landscapes are wonderful as well. I loved the look of the game, but I never played it. Doing good, Jim. Thanks. Not much of a gamer, but wanted to drop by. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. This is fairly niche, I suppose, if you're not into gaming. Yeah, it's it's just another thing that I love, but yeah, it's weird, isn't it? When you're really into something, you assume everyone knows something about it, but that isn't the case, of course. But yeah, there's some. It's about nostalgia, isn't it, as well? Funnily enough, I was just reading about this yesterday. No way, 18 quid. Oh, I thought it would get more than that. There were 2 games, wasn't there? I think MDK 2. I think. Anyway, right. This is for Shuffle. Oh my goodness. This is Shuffle's suggestion. So this is for River. Piano. This is Sarah and Tommy's version. I hope I've got the right one for you, Shuffle. But here we go. Sorry, I wasn't ready then, as ever. Yeah, I'll leave Jenny up for a bit if you don't mind. My noggin being on the camera vexes me slightly. Yes, I've never heard of that game, To the Moon. Yes, but that was such a lovely song. Thank you very much for that, Shuffle. But more importantly, Hubba says that when he was little, he had a babysitter who looked just like Jenny Agutter. Well, I'll be darned. Wow, that was lucky of you. For you. Best story in a video game for me, right. I'm going to have to look that up. Never heard of it. I'm assuming this was a computer, PC game only, perhaps. Back on Jenny Agutter here. I remember Jenny bathing in the river in Logan's Run. Yes, I don't remember that scene. I just remember getting a kit off in the ice caverns for no reason whatsoever. Really, Shuffle? My goodness, that must be a very powerful story in that game. Goodness. Wow. Thank you for sharing it. To Zanarkand. Oh, to Zanarkand from Final Fantasy X would be good. Okay, yes, we could get some in there in a bit. Hello there, sir. Okay, so Empyrean Vol is an artist, my loves. And recently joined the Palace of Pleasures. Yes, a very fine YouTube channel he's got. I was watching one today while I was at work, and he was drawing a young lady. Not a naked one, my loves, but it was really interesting watching his drawing process. Yes, I'm going to dive into some more of those at some point. I don't draw much these days because it hurts my old joints, but... yeah, it's lovely to see you doing it. So what I'm trying to do now is branch off into, like, I'm going to do all my sketch work painted. So no pencil or anything, just direct on the brush. Yes, that's because that doesn't seem to hurt me as much. Oh, let's do another round of the quiz. Yes, bye, Jenny. Yes, there she goes. Okay, right, the next game is coming at you now. This is a very difficult one. Very difficult. For all of those in Washington, D.C., you can get Walker's Mini Mince Pies, 9 of the buggers, for $9.99 sale price. Just for your information. That's still rather expensive, isn't it? It's that, what, in pounds? What's that? Around £6 or something? But yeah, if they're hard to get, then that's not a bad price, really, I suppose, for 9 of them as well. Yes, thank you for that, Guy. Yes, we need to know these things. Yeah, a little bit pricey, but yeah. Right, so right, we have split opinions here on this game. So Sephiroth is straight in there. It doesn't surprise me with Silent Hill. And Kirk is next with Silent Hill. Then Shuffle's going in with Alone in the Dark. Interesting. Well, it just so happens to be Silent Hill. Yes. Yeah, so it was Silent Hill. I mean, you could, the giveaway really, I suppose, is the kind of the ash or the kind of misty look of the thing, and of course the graphics just bending all over the fucking place, but it adds quite a nice bit of charm. Yeah, Shuffle wasn't a console kid, so yeah, that's understandable. Sephiroth has still got his. He's a big fan of this game, as many of us know. He's also, some of his music references Silent Hill as well. Kirk sold that for £90. Right, Sephiroth, get it on eBay. It's snow, not ash. I'm thinking of the film, because in the film they explained that away by saying that there were mines that were on fire, and they'd been on fire for years and years, I think, and so it was ash coming down in the film. But yeah, okay, snow in the game. No, it's now selling for 150. There's no way I'm going to look at Metroid 2 on the Game Boy Color. It's probably £1,000 now. It's a devil, isn't it? When to let go of these things. When are you reviewing Mr. Kipling, or is he the end boss material? Now, interestingly, I haven't encountered any Kipling in the wild yet. I'm just doing the store's own brands or versions. But yes, I really should have done a Mr. Kipling, really. The one that I haven't reviewed yet is this one. And I'm hoping this will be the best one. It's Co-op. All butter pastry luxury mince pies. Irresistible, apparently. Irresistible. But anyway, they've got port and sherry in or some shit. Do you like Kipling? I don't know. I've never kippled. Kipling, I used to like the Kipling apple pies personally. Okay, Guy appears to be a fan of the M&S ones. Yeah. Agreed. They're currently the top of my choice as well. Exceedingly good cakes, yes. Yes, Walker's pies, Jimmy. Walker's, yeah. So Walker's, I don't know if we can get. Can you get them where you are, Shuffle and Sephiros? So those are the Walker's shortbread version of the mince pie. I haven't seen any down my way. Not had them since they stopped being £1 for 6. Hell. Yeah, that was a while ago. I just got Walkers. All right. Oh, Guy's got his hands on some Walkers. Yes, I've never tried them. I didn't even know. I'm familiar with their shortbread, of course, but didn't know they'd branched out into the mince pie domain. That's interesting. Okay, let's get another song on. This is for our lovely resident goat man. And this is from Wolfenstein 3D, my loves. Here we go. Okay, that was great. I really like that song, Goatman. But whoever uploaded the song or the music there had it playing to Jean-Claude Van Damme dancing in Kickboxer, which made it even better. It was so good. Yeah, so I think I might have said that. I don't know if I read it or said it, but here we go. So yeah, Shuffle did see some Walkers today in the wild, but he got the Sainsbury's special ones instead. Okay, right, fair enough. I only gave those a rating of what was it, 5? But they are better than I said, actually. I've had a couple since, and they are pretty good. Great shout for Tunnocks mince pies. Agreed. Yes, I agree. I love the Tunnocks stuff. Mein Lieben, you're welcome, Goatman. Stepping on your territory was a gym. No, you wouldn't be, Guy. Please do. Yeah, review those Walkers ones, because I'm not going to be able to get my hands on them. So if you review them, let me know, and I'll what do you call it? I'll link you from my thing if you like. It's up to you if you want to do that. But yeah, I won't be able to get my hands on those. Deep fried Tunnocks mince pies. They can you ask fish and chip shops up your way to fry things like that? You could try that. What are the best mince pies so far? I didn't keep track of the scores. The best ones so far for me are the M&S ones. I gave them a 7 out of 10. Then it's Morrison's. They were quite good. They're luxury ones. Although I did dock them a point because they lowered their price. I fucking hate it when they do that. You pay full price and the next week they halve the price. Fuck off. Then it's Sainsbury's. I think I gave them a 6. I bumped them back up to 6. And then last are the fucking shambolic Lidl ones. Although, to be fair, they're not the luxury ones. They're just the bog standard ones. But it's like eating acid. But I've eaten 2 of them now. So they can't be that bad. But if they're in front of me, I will eat them. Okay, let's get the quiz back up, my loves. Right, get ready. Get your wands ready. Point them at your keyboards. Does anyone in your family home buy any mince pies? Oh, bake? Bake any mince pies? Yes, my mother does, Jeff. I don't know if she does it every year, but hers are really lovely. And maybe my sister Adele, who is in the background, she might be able to tell you. She is a baker, so she has her own baking business. And so I don't think she does mince pies. I don't think so. I think Nala, our Labrador, is giving me the I need a walk and a dump eye. So pies, yes, but I must depart a tear in my eye, etc., etc. No problem, Guy. Cheers for coming. Thank you very much. Let me know what those Walkers ones are like. Yes, yes. Maybe Adele does. I don't know. Yes, Guy has gone. Enjoy the your dog shit. Right. Pip made his own last year. Lovely. What were they like? What would you rate them out of 10? But before you do that, here's the next slide. Devilish. Okay, we're getting into the more modern games here. Ooh. Okay, look at this. Abbreviations will not be allowed. Right. Adele's commenting about the mince pies. Sorry, I don't make my own mince pies, but I do make mince pie shortbread. Really? Why haven't I had any of this, Adele? That sounds lovely. Okay, right. I'm rubbish at this. Shuffle, you were close. You were bloody close. But yeah, it's not Little Big World. But excellent effort, though. Okay, so a couple of people saying Sackboy. So Dwarven Dad and Maniac Cop. So yeah, Sackboy is the main character, the kind of Sackboy that you control. But it is Little Big Planet. We have to give it to Sephiroth there, I think, because he also put it in big caps lock as well. So yes, Little Big Planet. I mean, that's the only fucking cover I had. That's Little Big Planet free, but a fantastic game. You could make your own levels. But yes, also congratulations to Kirk, Goatman, Goat Frenzy, and that's it. Oh no, Colin. Oh, excuse me. Oh, look at that. Colin was considering it might have been the second game. So yes, you knew it wasn't the first one. So I maybe give it to you. Right. Little Big Planet, love that game. Yeah, we used to play that a lot, didn't we? I made a level once. It was called Little Pig Planet, and it was all themed around pigs. It's probably on the server still somewhere. Sorry, got to go. See you all tomorrow, hopefully. Mum pulls through with those homemade mince pies. You better let her know about that, Mitch. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Hopefully no one gets the flu before then. Used to sell it in my van, Jim. I might be able to make some for this weekend if you're lucky. No, don't worry about that, Adele. Yes, please. No, don't worry. Yes, please. No, don't do it. Yes, please. Yes, I always went for your what was it? Apple toffee thing. God, it's bloody lovely. It's the Sackboy game. Damn it. Yeah. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Boy sack. I've got a couple of those. No, one actually. I haven't guessed one yet. No, come on, Vol. What's going on here? You might get it. The two last ones I've got are quite modern ones. You might get one of those, perhaps, or not. I don't know. That's what my wife calls mine. Oh no. That was my comfort blanket game of about 5 years. I loved it, along with smacking people about with the frying pan at the level end screens. Yes, it was great fun. But if you went online, because you could do all the community levels that other people have made and uploaded, and there were loads of them featuring penises. I don't know how they got through the the quality control, but lots of penises. There was one with someone had made this penis and attached it to this motor, and the fucking thing was just going crazy. That was the game. You couldn't do anything with it. It's just a fucking mental penis. There's a quarry called Boy Sack up here. No way. That's interesting. Crikey. Right, okay, sorry, let's put another song on. This is for Ian, if you're still around, Ian. Right, prepare yourselves. I may not play all of this just because it's pretty intense. But we're going back, my loves, to the Commodore 64 and a game called Loco, which I never played, but it's all about choo-choo trains. Anyway, this is from the title screen. Okay, sorry, my lads. I faded that one out, but I quite like that. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, I'm sorry. So that was from Equinox, I think. So Alligator Software, that one. So they publish things like Blagger and Boulder Dash and that kind of budget stuff, but quite early Commodore games, I think. It was already intense, and now we get the wizard stretches. Where's the warning for sensitive viewers? Apologies. This has just reminded me, Monty on the Runs. Yes. Well, I had the on the quiz earlier, Kirk, but I'll try to get that in if possible. How long have we got? 20 minutes or so. Oh dear. I'll try to get it in. Getting laser harp vibes. Equinox Part 5. I don't know what that means. My mince pies were a mixed result. The mince was gorgeous, but the dough was bad. Trying again this year, but buying pre-made dough. Okay, so how do you make yours? Are you making like a short crust pastry, or what did you do last time? Normally half fat to flour, isn't it? Jean-Michel Jarre, yes. So yeah, before copyright. I mean, copyright's going out the window again now, isn't it, with AI stuff? But yeah, back then it didn't matter, apparently. Anyway, let's get the quiz back on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all this in today, my lads, but let's try. Right, the next game is coming up. Now, there's a few more yet, actually. Goodness. Okay, this is a PlayStation 2 game. We have a couple of fans here. Yes, this is quite a rare game. Well, not rare, but relatively rare, I would say. Yeah, it's Katamari Damacy. So it's really interesting. Right. So yeah, Sephiroth loses. No, you both win. Played it last night in the Switch. No way. It's still going around. I had it on the PSP. But yeah, it's all about rolling stuff up. And so the interesting thing about this game is that you start a level like on the floor, say a bedroom floor, and you're rolling up like paper clips and stuff. And every time you level up, you're rolling up more stuff. So this person here who's rolling up skyscrapers probably started the level rolling up paper clips on the floor. Such a brilliant idea. Brilliant idea. And just very zany as well. Very Japanese game, if you will. I played it last night. Oh yeah, sorry, I read that. Katamari, so good. Yes, so Dwarven Dad knows this game. I never actually played this. You should get on it, Sephiroth. It's so good. It's a really satisfying game, actually. King of all cosmos from that game sounds very much like my father, passive aggressive. Yes, he's an interesting fellow, isn't he? The big daddy, or the king of all cosmos. He's got those great big elongated head. Can you roll up galaxies? I think you do get to that stage, yes. Brilliant for 5 minutes. Look at Shuffle Boyle putting a dampener on things. No, it has enduring appeal. I think you'll find. It's not your fault. It's not your fault for believing in you, my dad, the king of all cosmos. Yes, he does come out with some interesting things, doesn't he? But perhaps that's Brittleby's dad. That's a quote from his dad. I don't know. Right. I tell you what, let's pop another quiz on. Well, no, let's put a song on. Right. So we've got down to the last two. No, I think I've got a couple on Spotify ready to go. This is for Brittleby, actually. No, actually, wait a second. So someone asked for this before, so I'll play this. So this is from the game Xenon 2, Mega Finger Blast. Mega Blast. You get the idea. Don't need this bit. Here we go. Hello there. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted by my wife. I was also writing a Christmas card. Multitasking. But that was a wonderful song. I'd forgotten how good that was. Loads of samples in that devil, isn't there? I don't remember it being that good. But there we are. Bitmap Brothers. Yes, that's right. Also, Chaos Engine, Cadaver. I can't believe no one suggested music from Streets of Rage. There's some great music on that. Yes, I know that. Awesome soundtracks in his games. Yes. Yeah. We should try to put one on, I suppose. My short crust was more like long chewing gum. I think if you fuck around with it too much, you get the gluten forming and it makes it stringy. Perhaps I'm sure I've heard someone tell me that. I think it was Mark the Blade or Adele. I'm not sure. No Jet Set Radio either. This has those vibes. Yes, that's true. I played that once. That's an Xbox game, isn't it? For a minute, I thought this was an old Depeche Mode song. Yes, saying yeah, it is. I thought it sounded familiar. That part. Riveting viewing. I think Sephiros is talking about me filling in my writing a Christmas card. I've got to give it to someone tomorrow morning. I get I'm burning the candle at both ends. Yes, it is a bop indeed. It's a wonderful song. Not actually posting a letter, I bet, just doing an envelope glue eye. No, it's an actual bona fide thingy. Delicious glue. It tastes absolutely awful. I'm sure one day they'll discover the gum on these things causes cancer. Anyway, right, next slide. We've got 2 left to go, my loves. Here's the next one. Now think about this one. It's not what it seems. If you do play a Streets of Rage, can you do You Became the Bad Guy? Right. One of those songs is quite sexy. I don't know if it's that one. I'll try. Okay, Sephiros is straight in with Death Stranding. And so is Kirk. And Shuffle. Right. Pip, Something Stranding. Sephiros 2. He's going for the second one. Are you sure about that? Walking Sim, no. UPS, the game, it could be. I thought some of you might have said No Man's Sky, perhaps. That's what I thought initially, but of course it's not. When you know it and you can't fecking remember the name in a second. Yes, Ian, you'll kick yourself, because it is indeed Death Stranding. Although I've never played this, although I've watched other people playing it. Apparently it has a very good story, but there we are. Monster Energy, the game. Is that is that a game? Okay, Sephiros has played it and liked it, yeah. And the second one's supposed to be very good as well. But yes, I never played it. I really enjoy playing this. I saw it in Sex back along for about 10 quid or something. 14 quid. Story makes absolutely no sense. Right, okay. That's my kind of story. Got it on Steam. Cheapo recently. Right, okay. Half my brain comes up with half the title. The other half of my brain says, not today. Right, okay. Yes, Kojima. Very Kojima. Right, okay. Just weird, yeah. Yes, Ian, for lots of these I'm thinking, I know this, but my brain can't find where I filed the names away. Yeah, it's like that, isn't it? I don't think I would have got that personally. I'll tell you what, I'll do one more slide. Let's get the quiz out of the way. There's one more left to go. The second one's story is unhinged compared to the first. Right, okay. You make grenades out of your pee and poop? Really? Oh dear. Good, but the bad ghost things are a bit too annoying. Right, okay. I had no idea what that means. Perhaps I should get this game. Have it, but not played it yet. Right, okay. Ian's in the same boat as me. Okay, the last slide is coming up. Now. Who's this curious Fuck. That's already how I make my grenades. Look at Sephiroth, the speed of this devil. Okay, that's what they think it is. Resident Evil Village. Jake's saying his ex. Oh dear. Resident Evil Biohazard. Okay. Oh, now Kirk's saying the village. Right. Well, we've got a bit of consternation here. What is it? I know that jiggling juggernaut anywhere. I know. Yes, she does have rather large titties. Makes sense given her height. Ah, right. Yes, okay. Yes, she's a big lady, this lady. But there we are. Yes, it was the village, or just village, a Resident Evil game. Now, again, this is a game I've never played, but give me 10 minutes. Flowers. So I've watched someone play pretty much the whole game, and it's fantastic. It's such a wonderful looking game. I'm not sure if it's fun to play. I enjoyed watching it, but she's a very interesting character. Very interesting. And I thought it was a brilliant departure from the usual Resident Evil thing, if you will. There's a lot of variety of ideas in this. I stopped playing Resident Evil after the third one. That's pretty much the same as me. I never played any of them, but my brothers had the first, second, and third, so I watched those a lot. The fourth one, I think Mark had that one, but I wasn't into that. But yeah, Village, excellent, absolutely excellent. Anyway, right, so we're down to 2. Oh no, we might have more than that. no, one more. Right, this is for Brittleby. This is the Tragic Prince from the Castlevania soundtrack, Symphony of the Night. Here we go.
Well, that was absolutely wonderful. I love that. Thank you very much.
Get more data for the same price.
Bastard adverts. Brittleboy, thank you very much for that. And I laughed when I read your excuse me. Played Resident Evil 6 in VR and hurled after 10 minutes. I'm going to hurl in a minute. I had a similar experience to you because I played it at Kirk's. Kirk saying there, playing Resident Evil in VR was the most messed up horror experience I've had. Played for most of the night, messed me up when I came out. Yeah, I was playing it, and there's a bit where this person with a chainsaw just chops your arm off, and it felt like my own arm had been chopped off. It was really messed up. Horrible. And Jake saying Resident Evil 5 is so stupid, but a blast to playing co-op. I love co-op games. Love them. Local co-op games. But I've never played that. I've never even seen it. Last week I bought AC Valhalla, so that's my next game. Okay. AC is no one I stopped playing after the third. What's AC again? Assassin's Creed, yes. Years after it came out, I played the original AC and wasn't impressed. Then a few years ago, I got Odyssey, and that was pretty good. I think the later ones look impressive. I've never played one of them personally. I need to finish Expedition 33 or whatever it is called. I've heard of that. It's an RPG game, isn't it? A new one. Next Thursday is Christmas Day. Yes, it is. Yes. My goodness. Live stream on Christmas Day. I don't think any of our families would appreciate that. Isn't that a Souls-like? I'm too crap at those types of games. Yeah, I don't know personally. Yeah, it could be. No, it's not. Turn-based RPG. Right. Okay, but without the J. Okay, I see. Yes. AC, Odyssey and Valhalla are great. I liked Assassin's Creed Black Flag, just sailing around on my ship. I love anything with ships in it. I always wanted to get into that game. What is it? Where you're sailing in ships. You're pirates. What's that? I wouldn't have minded that. My computer can't handle it. Got to go to that second meeting. Okay. Wishing everyone a happy holiday. Thank you very much, Hubba. Thank you for spending your break between meetings with us. Thank you very much. And Merry Christmas to you too. Hopefully see you in the new year if all goes well. Thank you. The new Yakuza pirate game is really good. Not heard of that. AC Syndicate was good. How many are there? Sea of Thieves, that's it, Colin. Yes, that's the one. Sea of Thieves. Oh man, so much fun. Yes, I would love to captain my own ship in that. Absolutely love it. I mean, I wouldn't fight anyone. I'd just sail around and sing sea shanties. Can we all crew our own ship? Could we all be on the same ship? Now that is something I would entertain. I'm sorry. Let's get this fucking camera zoomed back out. I don't know why I did that. That's better, fuck's sake. There are 604 Assassin's Creed games. 10 or something. Yeah, there's a load of the bastards. Right, I tell you what. Yes, you can crew a galleon. Right. Next mission, my loves. We are going to purchase our own ship and crew it and go on various adventures together. Who's with me? Say aye. Right. There were some suggestions I was supposed to play on the Spotify. There are 2 of them, and the first one... Oh, this was for you, Jake. I'm sorry, I've got to you last. I don't know if he's still here. But this is The Grim Troop, and it's from Hollow Knight. Right, we've got some crewmates coming in here. The Whizliner 5000. Wizard ship would run aground in about 10 seconds. I think it would. Yes, I agree, Shuffle. Right, Goat Frenzy is on board. We also have Pip. Aye, Captain. We have Goat Man. Yes, aye, Captain. Best for last. Yes, Jake doesn't want to come on our ship. He's going to be an enemy ship. But anyway, here we are. This is Jake approaching us astern in his pirate ship, the Grim Troop. Yes, the best till last. That was wonderful. I've got Hollow Knight, but I've never played it. I don't know if it's the kind of game I'd be able to get onto, jumping around still. Oh, hello there, guy. How's your dog shit? Yes, we're still here just for a bit. I should have gone about 10 minutes ago, but I'm going to hang around for just a tiny bit longer. There's one track. I didn't play Josh's one, but I don't know if Josh is here anymore. I tell you what, I'll play a bit of it and then fade the devil out. But he wanted something from Kraftwerk. And then Colin, or Lara Dukronk, suggested this one, Aerodynamic, because it was featured on one of his Wipeout Pulse, I think it was. So one of the Wipeout games. So let's just listen to a bit of this. This is a sexy one, yes.
Christmas. Make this Christmas bright. Carols singing, bells are ringing. Santa comes tonight. Forget your troubles and worries and kick them out the door. Don't look back, come on in. We'll just play some more. Children play in the snow. They've been waiting, anticipating. See the faces glow. Forget your troubles. It would be to be at the top, make you catch money. All around the world, tell stories about all the young.
Okay, I'll leave it there. Sorry. Right, we have to end this, but we need Sephiroth to dovetail to the end here. Dovetail? Bookend it. Sephiroth, what do you have for us within your back catalogue that would fit the brief this evening? I await your summons. Apologies for that shambolic mixing there. Christmas. Swan dive. Yes, I don't know what was going on there. Belly flop, yes. Cannonball, perhaps. Oh dear. Who enjoyed the Savage, though? I mean, goodness, Savage. It really is savage. But the true majesty of that game is only experienced when you actually play the devil. And then it goes absolutely bonkers. But yeah. Right. Sephiroth, where are thee, my love? Where are thee? Do you want me to start mixing again? Because that will happen. Yes, it will. Have we been taken down? Sephiroth, where are you, my love? Oh, I was micturating. Oh, my goodness. Oh, dear. Yes, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you all have a splendid Christmas time if you're up for celebrating that. Don't drink too much. Don't pull any crackers that are held by a dodgy fellow around the midriff. Right, interlude 4 or alarm. I like the sound of interlude 4. I'm going to try that. Yes, Merry Christmas, Mr. Vol. What is your actual name, if you don't mind me asking? Right, let's try this one then. Interlude 4, there it is. Right, it's all ready to go. Have a Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope you all get a holiday break. Yes, indeed. Peter. Hello, Peter. Yes, thank you, Ian. And Merry Christmas, Goat Frenzy. Thank you very much, Chris. I will there will be one more video, maybe two actually. There might be one more mince pie one, and I'm going to do a reading from Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol at some point. I might be drunk for that one. I don't know yet. Yes, Merry Christmas, Jake. Merry Christmas, Sephiros. Merry Christmas, Kirk. Yes, yes. I hope you all have a wonderful time. Right, here we go. Live stream after all the grog tomorrow night. That could happen. Yes, let's try it. Merry Christmas all. Night night from me and Brian. Yes, night Adele, night Brian. See you tomorrow. We're going to have a hellish time tomorrow, indeed. Yes, Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas, everyone. And thanks for the great stream, Jimmy. Thank you, Shuffle. Thank you, Andrew. Need a Christmas Eve stream. Goodness. It's possible. Yes, cheers, Guy. Love and kisses right back at you. Goat Man, Merry Christmas, everyone. Lovely stream, Jimmy, as always. Thank you very much, Mr. Goat. You are my favorite Goat Man. Thanks all. Have a great rest of the week and a wonderful Christmas time. Cheers, Colin. Thank you. Sticky, you'll log on and drink a big brandy. I fucking will. Right, let's get a bit of interlude 4 in. I'll probably say one more goodbye at the end, but here we are. This is Sephiros with interlude 4. Yes! Wonderful stuff, Sephiros. Wonderful stuff. The beat, the kind of offbeat thing at the beginning reminded me of Aphex Twin. The I wish the milkman would deliver my milk. That one. But yes, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Is there anything Sephiros cannot do with music? I don't think so. But anyway, we must go now. We must part company. Until the next time we see one another, one's up, my loves. Keep them right up there. The live stream will return soon, perhaps even tomorrow. Who knows? He is successfully marketed. We'll get there, Sephiros. We'll get there. Right. Good night, my loves. Merry Christmas. See you soon. One's up, pie's out. Yes, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Cheers, Pip. Thank you. Right. I will end this in 10, 9, 8. Ones and pies. That can be done. 7. Good night, Ian. 6. Good night, Ian. 5. Good night, Goat Man. Good night. 4. 3. 2. 7 pies, 6 pies. 1 pie. They've all gone. Good night, my lads. Good night. Good night, Chris. Good night, Brian.